Yes, dear students, good evening for all of you. Right. The students in the online, am I audible for everybody? Yes. Okay, students. Okay, let us start the session now today. So before entering into the session, and let me start the actual subject in today's class. Okay. So in the last session, I explained about real-time implementations of Python language. Okay. So in the yesterday's class, I gave a little introduction about the real-time implementations of Python programming. Okay. Right. So if any new students are there in this class, need not to feel that some programming knowledge is required. So I told yesterday only, no programming knowledge is required to learn this Python programming. We'll start from the very scratch level, and you need not to worry about C6, C++ basics and all those things. We'll start from the very scratch level and we will reach to the king in this class. Okay, fine. So moreover, who are the new students in today's class? Please raise the hands. Today's new students. Okay, good. And one more thing, when I come to the class, you need not to stand up. Need not to stand up. When you read my notes, when you do my examples and programming, that itself is respect to the faculty. Okay, na? So here no internal marks are available. Okay, fight with subject, that's it. No internal marks. Okay, na? So don't stand up. It's one day is enough. Rest of the day, I'll feel that you are standing up and read my notes thoroughly. It is more than enough. Okay, students, let's start with the discussion about the Python programming. Let us start. This is the first day where we are entering into the Python topic. Getting started with Python. What we are going to discuss? Start with the Python. I'm going to start with the Python programming now. Start up with the Python programming. Right. If you start any Python programming or any language in simple word, you must understand 3 important things you need to know in the class. What are, please switch off your mobiles, please. Please don't keep your mobiles on. Please switch off your mobiles, please. This is my request for all of you. Yes, students. Right. Fine, you please check your side. My voice is from this side. I am clear. Please log in. If anybody is unable to hear my voice, please log in, re-log in again. Okay. As a part of this getting start with Python, I'm going to talk about the first point here. Few words I would like to speak about it. The third point, which is going to be downloading process of what? Python, because we have to make our systems to be ready for doing the programming. And before that, and we need to speak about versions of Python programming. How many versions are there in the Python programming? We need to discuss. And moreover, I need to discuss about a few minutes. I will talk about history of what? Python programming I would like to speak. History of Python programming I would like to speak. These are the things which I'm going to discuss in today's class. Okay. So after that, we are going to enter into the next discussion. We are entering into features of Python. There we are entering into the programming part. So we are starting in today the first topic in the course curriculum. Okay, students? Fine. So let us start with the historical development of Python programming in the class. So as a teacher, I just want to give you this history in the class. Nobody will ask this historical development and everything in interview point of view. But at least as a student, as a learner, as a teacher, we must know few things about the historical development of Python programming. Okay. So let's start with, this is our agenda of today's class. Let's start with the historical development of Python. So I will take it in a separate place. Historical development of Python here. What exactly this is? History of what? Python programming. Right. Actually, in yesterday's class, my class was something different. And I almost said 2 minutes. I just want to show you in the last class what I said. In the last class what I said. So there, in this place, of course, we used to talk about real-time implementations of Python. This is what we had a discussion in the last session. What are the various applications we develop it? Yesterday, just I was typed it in the class, which you might be observed it. Okay. So these kind of things related coding you will be getting in my class. To enter into these domains, the most important thing which I said in the class related to one term that is called libraries are very important in Python area. Okay. So these things yesterday, it was little bouncing and we are entering into the historical development. There is a starting topic. Okay. Let's start with what exactly historical development started with. History means what we generally understand according to our meaning, when it is developed, who developed it, and then at which place it is developed, and who is the father of this Python programming. I will write few points about those kind of things. All these things as an introductory to the language I'm going to introduce. And later I will show you the popularity of the Python. All those things we will enter into this. Okay. So the Python programming language, carefully understand in the class, the Python programming language, foundation stone, that means when it is started its implementation, the root causes starts in when. The Python programming language, foundation stone, to understand in your level, foundation stone has laid down in the year 1980. And years and all those things you need not remember. Just as a teacher, I just want to share a few things to acquaint with my classroom terminologies. Python programming foundation has laid in the year 1980. And this Python programming language started its implementation. The Python programming language development started in the year 1989. Which year? 1989. The programming language development started in the year 1989. And the Python programming language officially released in the year what is this? 1991 February. If you want, I'll give completed dates. I'll show you one important documentation in the discussion of my class. And moreover, no interview will ask you, because we are not preparing any history or IAS exams, IPS exams. We are not preparing to remember the historical development of our Indian movements and all those things. Okay, students. So Python programming language officially released in which year? 1991. Try to respond it, students. Which year it is officially released? Very good. Now tell me, students, 1991 Java was also there. Because as a most experienced expert in Java programming, yesterday I told my experiences in the software industry. I was actually a Java expert from the last 25 years. From the last 10 years onwards, along with Java, I'm taking what? Python classes also. Most of your friends and all those things belongs to my classes. Right, students? And 1991, this was there. And Java was also there in 1991 only. From that time onwards, Java was continuously dominating the industry. And from the last 6 to 7 years onwards, Python has come into the picture. And this is one of the important FAQ coming in the interview point of view. We can't say that Python has born in last 4 years back or 3 years back. We cannot say. Can we say like that? We can't say. Python was available from which year onwards? 1991. Java was also there in 1991. But nowadays, Java's industry's boom is coming down and the Python is increasing, which I am not seeing, or somebody cannot say. The opportunities, the trending which is going on in the software industry will come to know. Why this is coming only from last 6 to 7 years in the market? There are a lot of reasons are there, and those reasons in the programming part I used to discuss in the classroom. And moreover, when Java and Python was there in this 1991, why this Python is coming only from past 6 to 7 years? Why not it is just in passive mode in 1991? Why only Java came into the picture? There are a lot of reasons are there. And these reasons, those reasons only coming down as on today to make the Python is up. Let me show you one small survey to you in the internet. Let us coming to that. There is one software quality company. Maybe you heard about it. TIOBE. Have you heard about this? It is called one of the software quality company. You can read out. TIOBE. It's a table of index kind of thing. TIOBE, Programming Community Index, measured the popularity of the programming language created and maintained by TIOBE software based. These are all Netherlands and all those things. They have written something. And I'm going to show you that part here. Let's observe it. So it's a software quality company, popularity of the MNCs which they are using it. Let us coming to this. This is called what? Table of index for the month of what? 2021. Coming down here, see that carefully. Programming language and then change and then this popularity in 2020 and 2021. Carefully observe, guys. And then Python is coming to where it is arrow is what? Up. Arrow is up. In 2020, what is its ranking? 3. What is the ranking now? 1. What is the next one? See, and dear students, and you don't feel because of my words, what C language we learn, that is different C, and you don't feel it because wholeheartedly, as the most experienced faculty, as a trainer, as an industry programmer, I am telling what C language we learned in the colleges and these places, that is not suitable to the industry C. That is completely different. Okay, students. And C is more important in my Python class. And it doesn't mean that you need to know C language. Absolutely zero. You need to have zero knowledge. I will inject the subject like anything into your brain. Yesterday only I told you on the top of your page, in this class of KVR, I will become an expert in Python. You write on it, I will make it. If you want to take my signature also, I told yesterday's class. Today also I'm saying, every day I will be telling in 1 or 2 moments these words. Okay, come to Java. What is happening here? It is coming down. In December 2020, what is its ranking? And who was the first in? C. Why C was more popular in the software industry today also? Because it is the very fast in its execution. Very fast in its execution, because what is there? Pointers are there. Pointers always deals with what? Perfect memory management. And how it is internally using in our Python, I will explain in the programming. Only internals of the subject I will explain. Internals means what? What is required in the industry? How they are internally executing, what is the flow of it, what is the programming required in the software industry, we are going to discuss. Yesterday, some small bits, small coding I was explained in the class. Did you remember that? Calendar module. Next is called a C math module, math module. I will explain in detail. Just I shown you the promo like. Okay, students, coming to C++, like that, you just come down, students, you come down here, and then other programming languages, SAS, COBOL, Kotlin, etc. So many other things are coming. Now see here, 2021, some other kind of programming, very long-term history, they are just expecting it. Long-term history in the sense what? They are taking the survey of so many years. In the 2021, C language is what? In the entire year they are taking, and then Python is in, and Java is in third. And of course, according to the real world, according to winner of the programming languages of fame, it is Python is winner of 2020, because so many companies, so many UK based, I will show you that type of economic survey also, statistical survey also I will be showing in the class, because totally real-time scenario standards we will explain. Like that, if I go on coming, there are so many standards why Python is coming. So as on today, I'm working on both Python projects as well as Java projects. Simultaneously, we are dealing with a lot of clients. Okay. So coming to the point back, if I come to this, a lot of people are Wikipedia. How many? I will come to that point also. I will explain that point also for you. So let us coming to my continuous discussion. Then I will go to, whenever I require, I will go to the internet and I'll show you the facts of Python. Okay. So when the Python was officially released, respond 1991. Good. The Python programming language developed by Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum, who is called what? Father of Python language. Who is this? Father of Python language. Who developed Python? Simply, shortly, Rossum. Who developed Python? Very good. The Python programming language developed at where, you know, CWI, Centrum Viscundo Institute, that is CWI, CENTRUUM, Viscundo, WSCKENDE. And you need not worry about the full forms and all, because already we are gold medalist in our full forms in our colleges or not. What is OS operating system? What is www, World Wide Web? We are already gold medalist. Already colleges has given gold medalist for us. Feeling? Are you feeling? Because in yesterday's class I told already, we know only full forms, subject we don't know. And I say some type of words which will definitely touch to your heart. If any teacher says full form, ask them to teach the subject. Don't explain the full forms. Okay, students? Habituate some type of standards. What is HTTP? Hypertext Transfer Protocol, if anybody says, don't take into consideration. Even an LKG student also can tell the full forms. But we need to know real-time implementations always. Anything you learn, go to real-time implementation. Take real-time case studies and then do it in the classroom. Okay, students. Developed at what? CWI in Netherlands. Where it is there? Netherlands is the country. There the Python was developed it. Okay, students. Next point, I don't want to write, but as a historical development, I will tell in the class. Now, some people will ask, sir, why this word Python has come into the picture? Very simple, guys. Now I would like to tell you, in 1970s, there was a popular comedy show in BBC called Python's Flying Circus, Monty's Python's Flying Circus. It was one of the comedy show in 1970s. It was a very popular comedy show. It is used to broadcast in BBC. And then this Rossum has decided, when he developed a programming language, that programming language has to take up into the minds of the people so quickly. How can he take the Python programming language so quickly in the minds of the people? He has to give some name which is already there in the minds of the people, right or not? Which was the show was already there in the minds of the people? Monty's Python Flying Circus. That is the name. So he dedicated his programming language to the name called what? He took out a popular running word in the minds of the people. So he took the word called what? Python. So that everybody is saying that Python, Python, Python. So he made his language to enter into the people's mind very quickly. Are you getting my point? So I don't want to write a comedy show and all those things in my class, which is not good term, which I like it. Okay, now? Right. This is comes under what? Historical development of what? Python. So from these two terms only, I am interested to tell you. Who developed Python? Rossum. In which year it was released it? That's it. Other thing, just only for the purpose of historical development, I shared in the class. Okay, guys? Now, I would like to explain how many versions of Python. How many versions of Python we are having? How many versions of Python we are having? This is a very, very important point student must understand in the classroom. See students, already we learned C programming. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that is what I said. C is one of the most powerful programming language which is having fastest execution. In my class, I will show you the execution time also, how to deal with it. What, of course, I don't want to boast about my class simply. It is one of the branded class in the entire Ameripet, my classes. For both Java as well as Python. In multi-threading, in my beginning program only, I will tell you how to measure the execution time. Suppose you take C programming. Dear students, what I am explaining, please carefully observe it. Within 3 months, I'll change your career. Okay. Suppose these 150 people has written a simple program. Everybody has written a code and they submitted to the team leader. I won't take all your programs. I will take which program? Whichever program will execute so fast plus so much of less memory space whoever is taking, that is called optimal program. How to decide it? In the companies, so we use some tools. We use some type of tools. How the tools are prepared? With some kind of script we need to write it. That scripting I will explain in the class how to measure it. Before the program execution, I will record the time. After the program execution, I will record the time. Difference is going to be called what? Execution time. In Java, I will show you. Even though you don't know Java, I will show you the code for you. C language also I will show you. Python also I will show you. Who is going to execute very fast? C programming will execute very fast. Compared to what? Python. Compared to even Java also. Java is not fast. Java and Python going to be same timing will come. Super fast of both of them is what? C programming. That's why still most of the product based companies are using what? C. Even YouTube also is running very fast because of the C language implementation only. Understanding my point? I will give you a small example if you understand me. Why this Python came, sir? Then already C is very fast. One small example I will give you at this moment of time, how you can understand me very easily. A general knowledge example I will give you, because all of a sudden, if I bring into the code of sonar, some kind of tools, if I use it, you can't catch me what I use it in real time. That's why a small example I will bring into that. Okay, what that is? Suppose you have a bike with gears. You have a bike with gears. You have one more bike without gears, like Activa, something like that. Tell me, with Activa, why many people are buying nowadays? Now we are seeing many people are driving that Activa. Why? Because it's easy to go very fast. But what is the fuel efficiency? Very less. You take the same thing with the bike with gears. Gears means what? It is there in your hands. You can easily switch over the gears whenever the situation comes, and mileage wise efficacy of this gear bike is good compared to this gearless. Am I correct? So there are two things are there in your mind. One is called what? Comfortability. One more is called mileage. Nowadays people are seeing what? No, mileage, who is bothering about it? They are seeing comfortability. Right or not? They need to kick is there, plus a switch on gears and all. Who is this headache? Just start and then go. Gear changing and all those things, nobody is bothering. What they are bothering nowadays? What? Comfortability they are bothering. And internally they are not bothering about the fuel efficiency also. Same thing if I come. Python is the most comfortable programming language in providing any kind of complex situations can be solved very, very easily. Yesterday's small example also I quoted. X plus 2y is equal to 4. 2x plus 6y is equal to 7. Find x and y values. In our childhood days, we used to solve it. Write the code in C programming, impossible. But I can write it. How many lines? Minimum 100 lines I have to write it. In Python, 2 lines I will write it. Which one is comfortable, ma? If I ask you which language you like, means you will say simply, sir, I like Python, because it is a comfortable. So the Python programming internally developed with what? C programming only. I will explain so many internals. Let me slowly bring into this topic. Slowly bring into the programming. Teaching programming is really an art to the faculty. So how to improve the logical brain of the students? It is there in the hands of the teacher only. Because my entire career in the industry is only coding. That's why as on today is a solution architect is my position in my company called iGate MNC associated with Capgemini. Okay. So how to write the coding, how to measure the efficiency of the coding, I'll explain a lot of things in the class. Every case study is nothing but what? One type of simple program in my class. Are you following? Come to the point. Versions I'm going to explain. See, when you enter into the real time, versioning is an important part here. C language you learn, most of them learn C programming. Which version of C language you learn? Nobody can answer this question. Nobody. Without asking you, I'm just concluding it. Because I'm seeing this from the last 25 years onwards. I did not get a correct answer from lakhs of students which I trained so far. Anybody else here also? Impossible. Why? Our source will not explain version, how to verify the version. First and foremost important thing, when I start my real-time project, I will check the requirements. Versions, I will check it. Because most of the maintenance projects means already developed it. When I am developing, all of a sudden, it doesn't mean that to do something, I have to check the versioning, configuration management, I have to do it. That's why in the day one onwards, I will tell you the versions. Because how you do by sitting in the cabin of your MNC, that I will make you to do it in my class. That is what is called real-time examples, real-time problem solving, real-time analyzing skills you need to habituate in my class. Shall we start, students? Yeah. So let me give you the very basic level of what is version. You take which you like most, mobiles you take it. Mobiles. Which mobile you will buy? Old mobile or latest mobile? In latest mobiles, what is there? Many features will be there. So you will buy what? Latest. So if you go to a shop of mobile shop, you will see X version, Y version, Z version, they will say a lot of things. You will ask what is the latest version, you will ask. And you study the specification also. So you are seeing the model number. Model number makes you to understand that which is the latest. Like that programming language also will contain the latest or not. Take our academics, textbooks you take it. First edition, second edition, third edition, fourth edition. What is the first, second, third and etc. are called version of the textbooks. We call it in English edition. We call it in software industry what? Versions. So simple to understand. Come on, easy. Suppose if I develop a software for ICICI banking, if my company develops ICICI banking credit card application development, first time I will give you the version called ICICI 1.0 app, I will develop it. Are you getting my point? Nowadays, all the banking applications are using their own mobile app. iMobile, Union Bank, U Mobile, some X Mobile, Y Mobile, they are developing their own apps. Everything you can do inside of it. 1.0, I said, my dear students, carefully. What is that? One is called a major version. Spell out major version. Dot after the dot, what is there? Minor version we can call. Spell out. Yes. I develop it. That company uses for some time and they will go for what? They will update it. And for some other, definitely business is expanding. They will have some new requirements they are adding. They will come for maintenance after 1 year. What I do, I will take the existing code, I will add some new code to it and see when I'm developing a new code, definitely I will see the compatibility. Whether the existing code is compatible with the new version of the same language. Whether it is having compatibility or not, I will check it out. So I will develop it and I will release as what? 1.1. 1.1. What is this 1.1? What is changing? Minor version is changing. What is remains same? Major version remains same. Like that I will do. Same client is going to release lot of versions on it. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, like that, lot of versions they will release. Are you understanding what is the version? Version is nothing but a numerical integer value, or it is going to maintain one type of string representation, which is containing major version as well as minor version. If minor version is changing, small changes they will do. If major version is changing, completely restructuring that. Completely started from the scratch level onwards. Okay, like that, if I enter Java, you take it, C language you take it, C++ you take it, any programming language you take it, compulsory what is there? Versions will be there. Now, since we are learning Python here, Python programming contains two types of versions. Actually, three types of versions are there. But the last version I don't want to. 1947 before I am not talking. 1989, 1990 only I want to talk about it. Previous one not necessary, no? Yes. Because when I am not using the version, what is the use of it? Computer science is not like a social studies. It is always new inventions will come. That new inventions we must understand in the classroom. So how many versions Python is containing? 2. See students, number 1 is called what? Python 2.x. Python 2.x. Here x represents, carefully listen, x represents 1 0 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, not 8 9 10. 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 3, so on, 2.7. That 2.7 only minor versions. 2.2 is constant. 2.0, 2.1, 2.6 and 2.7. 2.7 is also ending its life at where 2020 January its life has ended. It's over. The Python software has ends its life at which one? Python 2.x. Okay. Immediately, and I forget to tell you one small point, my dear students. In the history only I will write it. Sorry to disturb you. Once again, I am going back to the history. The Python programming language maintained by, as on today, the Python software programming language maintained by one non-commercial organization, called Python Software Foundation. What is the company name? Python Software Foundation. Shortly, we call it as what? PSF. What is the company name, please? PSF. Python Software Foundation. Understand? Which company is maintaining the Python software updations and all those things? Python Software Foundation. Is it understandable? Yes. When the Python was released, who is the father of Python? RAO. Which country it was developed in? Netherlands. Which company is maintaining the Python software? Python Software Foundation. Shortly we call it as good. Now, the version Python 2.x has withdrawn by the PSF at 2020 January. Its lifetime is dead. I will show you that. Next, as on today, we are having Python 2.3.x is there, students. Look at here x represents 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 8 9 9 and then what? 10 11 and 12 also. 11 and 11 and 12 also ready to release. I will show you that. What the companies are using nowadays? Python 3.7 and then what? 3.8 companies are using, but we are discussing in the class what? Python 3.10. It is the latest version. Now it is available in the internet, given by the company called what? PSF. Now students, how many versions are there in Python? 2 versions are there. One is what? Python 2.x and Python. Why it was dead already? because it already gave a notice to many of the software companies who are using Python 2.x. They are saying that we are withdrawing that features and we are releasing to what? Please migrate your projects to what compatibility? Right. Now I am writing one important point here. The Python I'm writing here, Python 3.x does not contain backward compatibility with what? Does not contain backward compatibility with Python 2.x. Meaning is Python 3.x versions are completely different from, yes, Python 2.x syntaxes, Python 2.x facilities will not run in where? Right. Python 3.x programming things will not run in where? That is totally different and inverse. Totally different. I mean to say, actually, this is a unique facility they are providing in the Python. Actually, if you take Java 18 is going on in the market. Started with what? 1.0, 1.2, 1.3, so on. Java 18 is there now. Java 18 is having a compatibility with 17, 17 is having a backward compatibility with 16, 15, like that. It compatible with even with what? 1.0 also. So the Sun Microsystem people who developed Java as on today hand over to Oracle Corporation, both of them are providing what? Backward compatibility with Java programming from the beginning onwards. But the PSF organization, under the guidance of ROSM, they decided Python 3.x developed with the scratch level, build a new level to meet the current industry where Python is a most popular for what? Yesterday I told you, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning is only the coming 30 years is a new trend. I can say without Python, new development is not there in the software industry, which is going to be proving within 2 to 3 months, 6 months, you are going to come across. But the very biggest boom, which you cannot even imagine for Python programming, because every company is migrating to what? Python, because you have seen the TIOB table of indexes, you have seen it. Finally, I'm trying to tell you one thing. Python 3.x features are not even compatible with what? That's why what I am saying, Python 3.x does not contain backward compatibility with Python 2.x. Did you understand the word called backward compatibility? Yes, simple, ma'am. Your grandfather has given a building in Amirpet, 1947, he constructed a building, he gave to you. Today you are a software engineer, which is very down to the road, and then some problem is coming, olden days designing. What you will do? Will you construct the first floor? It's only ground floor is there. Will you construct the first floor on the top of it? Never. What you will do? Demolish. Demolish means what? Python 2.x demolished and designed newly what? That means the first floor, if you design, that capacity is not holding the bill of ground compatibility is not matching. So sometimes at the other time it will be collapsed. That's why we start designing from the beginning onwards. Sir, how to download this process? So here with my explanation, you have to understand two things, guys. One is called what? How many types of versions are there in Python? How many versions? Please spell out. Number 1, Python. Number 2, Python. Super. Come on to the point of it. Next, I'm going to show you which process? Downloading process of what? Python. Downloading process of Python, which is very, very simple. And moreover, I want to say the Python programming language maintained by non-commercial organization, that is known as what? Python Software Foundation. So I have to download the software from where only? PSF. We have to download. I can write students, we can download the Python software from official website called what? www.python.org. What is the official website? www.python.org. Shall we go to that? Let's go to the Google. There you say www.python.org. Python.org. So make your laptops ready. See that it is an official website, and any type of subject you want to learn it, don't buy the books. Don't buy the books. Don't read the books. Always I will suggest some websites. It is one of the original source. All new additions will be coming. You can become a member of this also. If you become an expert, you'll become a member also. You can suggest to PSF this facility, please add to the Python software. It is the open source. I will explain in the features of Python programming like anything. You just go on listening. You'll get so many standards in my class. So about it, you will get a lot of things. Now coming to where? Downloads. See on the board? Downloads. All of you carefully observe it. Come on. This Python is working for all different type of OSs. I will explain. Python is one of the platform independent language. They will ask you a question. How do you justify Python is one of the platform independent language? Which I have seen many of the people which I am doing interview in this lockdown period, in the telephonic interview. How do you say the Python is a program platform independent? Which I heard 99.99% of the time, since it is running on every OS, that's why it is called a platform independent. So what? Show me whether it's running or not. What is the, if you say that, nobody is just opening their eyes to listen the words. Write a code and show me. When you say certain sentence, I want the program, that's it. Even when I say something, you ask me, sir, write a code. When I say simple sentence, you ask immediately, write a code, sir. Yes, I am the happiest person when you ask the doubt. So the moment I keep my hand on the keyboard, immediately I will go to the program. In this class, you are the icon of the programming. Don't learn theory, learn what? Programming. That is called a subject. Understand? Yes. So I need to go for what? Python 3.10. After that, there is so many latest version is what? So many things are there. I will explain in the further days. PIP related to that. See that web development. So many things are there under this. See that how many things are there. Downloads for all those things. So much of information is available. I will show you all these things whenever is some information I want to tell about PSF, what services it is providing for us. I'll show almost everything. Click on what? See guys, one note you please write. Note that Python 3.9 cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. Windows 7, before that Windows 7 and earlier versions, don't use it. You go for switch over to what? New operating systems, you use it. Windows 8, Windows 10, you can go on using it. Are you able to get me? Let's click on this. Click on this. In a fraction of seconds, you see in the bottommost line, left bottommost line, all of you, it is downloaded or not? Click on it, open in a folder. It is asking, do you want to? Say what? Yes. Run. Once you say, see, what is the publisher? Yes. Say what? Run. It is asking, modify, repair, something it is asking. Upgradation, something. Why it is asking like that? Because already I have in my system, Python 3.10 is there. Python 3.10 already it is there in my system, which I am teaching in the ongoing sessions. I am teaching with Python with what? 3.10 only. 3.10 only I am teaching in the class. That's why it is asking, do you want to upgrade? So already I have. If you are installing freshly, you will get option now. Install now. Install now. You will get a what? Custom installation like that. And there you are going to get one important box. What is that? There is an important box. Add to the path. There is one important box will come. Add to what? Path. Add to the path means what? They are asking. In olden days languages, you need to set the path separately. How to set the path separately for our real-time projects, I will tell you. But during the installation of that, you need to set the path. There is an empty checkbox will be there. You check it. Click on it. And then what? There is a button called what? OK button will be there. Or next button will be there. Say click. OK, OK, OK. 3 times if you say OK, OK button, it will be installed successfully. But keep in mind that this you must install. This you must say compulsory. Did you understand? This I will show you daily in the class because new students are going on joining, because they will definitely need what? Need to make their laptops ready. I will show daily in the class for 3-4 days. I will show in the class for 2 minutes. Are you understanding? Yes. So right now I'm not going to install because it is already there in my system. Are you understanding, guys? Yes. Now coming to the, there are lot of things are available. Lot of things are available here. Lot of things are available at this moments. So coming to next one here, lot of versions are available. Lot of downloads are available. View full list of what? Downloads. View full list of downloads. Yes, see my dear students, what is that? 2.7 end of life in where? End of life in where, ma? All of you please. 2020, what is this now? Yes, when it is used in the industry, 10 they released it, first release, and then end of support is in which year? 2020, 1st January 1st. It has dead. It has dead. It is over. Of course, I am not boasting about it. Everybody has to explain the pepper related specifications has to explain. Because when you go to the IEEE standards, if you go to Java, there is a JEP, J-E-P. When you come to Python, every subject, every concept is coming from PEP only, PEP. I will explain what is PEP. I don't want to tell full forms like our SARS. I don't want to say. I want to go for PEP specification. What is 619? What is this 596? What is this says? I want to explain. In the companies, we are using what? 3.7 and because they are already secured. 3.9 and 3.10 still we don't have because they are under which stage? Bug fixing stage only. We are learning. Those features we are learning. Interview is compulsory will ask you, what is the difference between Python 3.8 and Python 3.9? What is the difference between Python 3.9 and Python 3.10? Nobody can open their mouth. 100. I want to speak in the programming point. I don't want to listen any essay line or new line or text one. I want everything program. That's it. Will you write a program and show me? I like it. Otherwise, I don't want to believe it. Don't believe anybody. You believe only the programming. Are you understanding? So which one industry is using? Which one is industry is using? 3.7 and because they are already, and then 3.9 and 3.10 is bug fixing stage. 2.7 are we using or end of the life? See, 2.7 only. I wrote 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you understanding, students? Come on to the point back. One more word I want to give you, students. One more word I want to give you. Here only I want to give you one more sentence. That is versions of Python I want to tell you. See, students, versions of what, ma? Python. Versions of Python. I just want to talk about it. Just for a minute I want to show. So here you go for, this is the one I want to take up. This is the one I want to take up. Wikipedia, I just want to come on. A big table I will show you. A big table is I'm going to show you. See that? Table of versions. When it is started? 1989. Internal release at where? Officially released in? What is that? CWI I said. Centrum Visconde Informatica. It is called one institute actually. They're internally released for the employees and all those things. They're studying it. Officially released to the industry? Yes. Come on, ma. What is this? 0.9 they started with. 1.1, etc. You just observe it, ma. This is called 1.6. They stopped it. That is actually 3 versions are there, I said. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. 1 point is already over. At which line, at which place only? 1.6 over in where? 2000 only it was over. Now 2.0 life started in where? 2020 over. And 3.0 version started in where? Come on, ma. 2009 only, but they gave the life for what? Up to where? 2020, they gave the time for converting. Understanding? And see, some of them are in pink color, some of them are in light yellow, some of them are in that this 3.10. You just see here, this color, what is that pink color? Is what? old version. And the old version still, which one is old version here? They gave the time for them to convert it. They gave the time for them to convert it. What is the latest? Latest. What is the next version? Latest version. What is the latest version, please? And next, one more kind of color. Latest preview version 3.11 and 3.12 also I said. There are called what? Latest preview. Preview means what? Going to come. Just they leaked it. Like politicians will leak their information to test the pulse of the people. Like that, they released only preview. They did preview purpose. They released. So very shortly, that also will be coming to our for downloading process. Are you understanding, students? And see that Python origination, you see 0.9 it is started, 1991, 93, etc. You see the life of the Python graph also. This is going to be available like this. Did you understand, students? Yes. So a lot of versions are there, all these things. This is called one more type of information. From where we download it? www.python.org. Once you download the Python software, you will be coming across in your start button as what? Python Go 3.9 related information and 3.10 related information. Say there is an IDLE is there. Next is called what? Python 3.10. I am showing the program of Python in different places. Python command prompt I will show you. Let me open. This is called Python command prompt. This is a software which I installed. 3.10. This is the where I can start my program. Last class I shown you import what? Calendar and print off. I told in the yesterday's class only. Print. I will explain all these things to students. Don't worry. Calendar dot. What is this? Print of 20 calendar dot. Sorry. What is this ma? Month of. Month of yesterday's class 2021 12th month 12th month information is coming like this. Okay now, so like that I can do my coding here. This is called one level of coding. One more level of coding also I can show you. Coming to this place, Python here, Python 3.10 IDLE is also one more is there. IDLE, there is one more level. See this is called another place I can do it. What is the specialty of this? When should I go for this IDLE? Same thing. I can do whatever I did. I can do here also. No problem. Print of calendar dot month of 2022 of what? January. So you are getting the January New Year 2022 information is also going to come. Is it okay? I can do the programming by going for new file new. Here also I can write the batch mode programming. There is one more concept called batch mode programming. Along with this, I'm going to teach you PyCharm. I'm teaching PyCharm and I'm teaching Jupyter Notebook. I'm teaching Spider. I'm taking what? Edit Plus and VS Code, Atom. There are a lot of IDs are there. Visual Studio Code also. Are you able to get my point? So these are all called what? The places where I can show my coding. These are all called what? Like a course. To do this programming on this, first we need to know what programming knowledge is required or not. Once we know programming very well, you can use all these things. Beginning only programming we don't know. Jupyter Notebook also I can go for it. In seconds I can go for it. How to install this also, all these things I will show you. How to do this installation process and all those things I will explain. It takes some time to launch it. Wait for it. And once you how to install this type of IDs, how to work on it, all these things I will show it in the class. Go to the Jupyter Notebook, say here new Python 3. There I can say what is the code I'm having. Same code I can write here also. What is my code here? I can say import calendar, same type of thing. Print of what? Calendar dot month of 2022 comma second month I will write it. Second month I will write it. There is an option called what? Run. You click on that. What happens? Okay, no problem. Just go there. Spelling mistake. Yes, go there and it is going to give you the answer like this. Are you able to understand this? What is same? Output is same, but what is supposed to learn? Libraries, coding we need to understand. And IDs are after all what? It's a different working environment. That's it. Are you able to understand? So what we understand in today's session? What we understand in today's session? Historical development. Next what? And next what? Downloading process. Are you following? Clear about my communication? Slow na, faster? Okay? No problem na? Right. So next class, tomorrow's class, when I come back, I will introduce slowly into the programming. I will bring it. That is called Python inspired from how many programming languages. And I will immediately start the features of Python. Features of Python means almost we are entering into the subject only. Today I started my subject, which I made you to understand historical development and then versions plus downloading process. And I shown you which version is used in industry, what is the end of the life, what is the compatibility nature, and I told you how to download and all. Make your laptops ready, keep it ready with it, and in the class at any moment of time, we will enter into the programming part. So before entering into the programming part, I am talking about it's what Python is. Yesterday I told application nature. Today I am saying downloading process. Tomorrow I am going to do what services it will provide for us. That I am going to explain in tomorrow's class. Clear? So what is our topic tomorrow? Features of Python. Suppose C language you learn and you don't feel it, because I want to show the graph in my class, before my class and after the class. Like a beauty parallel, before and after advertisements are coming. Before beauty parallel, what your raw product. After the beauty parallel, you look nice. It is not a beauty parallel, it's a subject. Before the class, you are heavy weight, 150 kgs weight. After my class, like a paper. Paper means subject. Subject means you will jump anywhere. Right or not? Fine. So, daily I will show you what is the growth in you, provided you need to. Yesterday only I said, need to come to the class punctually, need to read my notes, need to work on my applications and assignments. Then only we can get the job. Otherwise, zero. If you don't have any of these three actions, if you don't do it, it's a problem for us. You know that fact. Am I correct? Yes. In my class, I'm showing ATM kind of applications also. Of course, I'm not boasting about it. My 11 o'clock batch you see, of course, recently started. 7 o'clock batch you see, full stack data science batches you see, ATM kind of applications I'm developing in the class. With what we are entering regular expressions. It's one of the most tremendous topic. Multi-threading, Python with MySQL, Python with Oracle, random files organization, generators, functions, so many exception handling, so many number of topics are there. These are all called folders. Inside the folders, lot of content is there every time. Correspondingly, notes also I will prepare. These notes I will send to the Google Drive classes. Immediately the moment this class is over, I will send the notes to your mail IDs. And you need to bring the notes to write assignment questions and practice questions. Are you getting me? This is the action plan of my class. Completely 2 hours I will go on explaining programs, concepts, syntaxes, libraries, etc. And the notes will come immediately to the class. I will just upload it. So it will be coming to your mail ID, downloading, preparing the notes, practicing, coming to the next classes. 3 things if you do in my class, you will be perfect in my class. If anybody don't do these 3 things, we cannot achieve our goal. Am I correct? Fine. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock, of course, because beginning time, na, people need to understand the class nature. Once this 4 to 5 days, if they understand, they will come on time to the class. Between 4:10, like that, I will start my class. So all the students in the online are requested to listen my class very carefully. It is just information I'm passing to the online students. I'm just giving my information, right? So I can't run calendar program. Keshav, don't cry, ma. Don't cry, no problem. You see the calendar code now. Why to cry when I'm here? You see this code once. See this code. If you cry in the beginning level, I have to cry. Keshav, don't worry. I'm here. Right. Yes. What a Bharati A. What are all the content is there? all the things I will cover without leaving a single topic. With programmatically, I will explain everything in the class. And all the online students, keep a 100% believe in my class. It's a totally different online class, not a normal online class. 235 students are there in this class now. When I'm explaining, every micro level, nano level doubts also will be cleared. You just write on the top of your page. Let us habituate to understand my classes slowly. Nano micro level doubts also I will clarify. The moment when you listen my class, you never get a single doubt. This is my 100% guarantee things I am giving to you. Okay, right. So we will send you ma Google Classroom Drive code. We will send it to the students very shortly. We will send it to you. Yes, regarding the syllabus copy, you please contact to the admin people. They will give you. Okay, right. Are you able to understand? Yes. See that those many students are there. This is only the first day and people are going on adding. Half of the strength will be in the Google Drive class and half of the strength will be in that minimum. Easily I can cross 500 students. This is only the unique class will contain this many, and other classes below 100, 60, 70 only they will try to. But in my class only these many people will be there. Okay, students, try to understand. And in tomorrow's class, we are entering into where? Features of Python. So one day coming, next day absent. Don't have that. Come with a firm decision. I should become a data scientist. I will become a data analyzer. I will become a Pythonist. I will become a scientist in scientific programming. With the aim you come, I will make you to achieve it. Without aim, if you come to the class, impossible to get it. Okay, na? So you have seen today's class. Understand? Right? Who developed Python before leaving? Which year it is officially released? How many versions Python contains? Ma? 2 versions. Number 1, Python 2.x. Next one, 3. That x will be in 2 place. How much? Very good. Don't go to x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't count the numbers. If you count the numbers, interviewer will clearly observe it. I'm showing the websites also clearly. If you say 2.8 and etc., I am the interviewer. I will open the website. I will say immediately in front of the student only what you are saying, what internet. He himself will feel that he is disqualified. Right or not? So otherwise students will think that it is right answer. They will think it is not a mathematics. Python 3.x. How many? 3.0, 3.10, 11, 12. 11 and 12 are preview versions. Latest version is, you have to talk 1 hour before what happened in PSF. You need to upgrade by yourself. That I will show daily in the class. PSF news I will tell you. Okay, na? So, do you know how to download the Python software? Will you download after going to home? During the Python software downloading, what you need to add? Path. You have to tick mark. Please keep in mind when you run that, it will ask you one checkbox. It is not clearly visible. It is little dull to appear. You see that and then tick mark and then say what? Yes, because I'm going to talk about lot of things inside of it. Lot of things inside of it, because there is a pip tool is there. Pip tool is there. That pip tool is so important for me. 3.10 under that scripts, under that there is a pip 3.0, pip 3. Pip 3.10, 3 pip and then pip 3. This is very, very important in Python programming. Generally, people cannot talk about that, because if I want to teach NumPy, Pandas and etc., I have to talk about what? Some additional modules I will explain. Other than Python, I am talking beyond the scope of the Python also I am explaining. Beyond the scope of Python also I will explain. So let us, I will show you what I am going to explain beyond that. People list, I will show you so many things inside the class. People list, it will show you what are the things additionally we are going to talk about it. Oracle module, how to communicate. And then next is called what? MySQL also I will be teaching. Not 1 or 2, is like a case study I will explain. If I go to my Python programming in the existing, of course I will run my code and I will show you in the class of mine in the full stack data science. If I go to MySQL, these many number of programs I am going to tell you and the corresponding notes immediately. Architecture of MySQL. If I go to the Python Oracle, these many number of things, nodes for Oracle, architecture of these things, Python database communication, and this content, nobody can have this content. In my class only, this content will be delivered. Because for the Java people, this is just left hand, left finger. Java is a very complex in writing the code, and Python just we will jump like anything. I'll make you to jump also, provided if you have a fire in you. Fire means what? Oxygen must be there. If I bounce, you are my ball. If I bounce, ball has to come back. Then I will throw like this. If ball is not coming, if it is punctured there, I cannot come each and every time. So you need to have what first? Fire. Fire means what? Intention of learning. If you don't have the intention of learning, problem, you know that. Fine, na? So come with an intention, fulfill your dreams. In my 9 o'clock, it is about to complete. 80% of the students are placed in big companies. So I can say very proudly from my batches only they are able to place. Because deep subject discussion. If I talk about the data types, I will talk about 14 data types in Python completely. No teacher will explain 14 data. They will tell only 4 data types. Observe all the notebooks and come to my class. 14 data types I will explain in Python. Because as a data scientist, as a Python full stack data science developer, 14 data types are required. If they teach 4 data types, how can you get the jobs? Are you getting? 14 data types are there, not 4. 14 data types are there. I used to talk in my class. Just for a minute, ma. Of course, you don't feel it. Why sorry showing all these things? My 7am batch recently started data types in Python. Just for a minute, you observe. Float fundamental category, these 4. Next, a sequence category, these 4. List category data types, these 4. Set under dict. Next is what? None data type. Under none data type. If I come back to this place and here in the data types, if you come, see that under fundamental data types, int data type, float data type, complex data type, bool data type. Under int data type, you see how much information I will give you. You can't believe it. You can't. Number systems also will come into the data types. How to deal with the binary number systems, how to deal with the octal data, how to deal with the hexadecimal data. So much of information. Of course, before entering into the subject, I don't want to boast about myself. My class will boost your knowledge like anything. Whatever I'm talking, record it. At the end of the day, sir, you said this, you will say, fulfilled or not, I will ask. You will say, tick mark, you will say. Provided 3 things. Punctuality in coming, assignment solving, my examples to practice. Anything if I open, list data type you take it, tuple data, anything you take it. Vast content, because getting the job is one phase and surviving in the company is another phase. Getting the job, any written test, it is from my notes. After entering, my programming skills will make you to develop everything. Are you getting? So, whatever I'm saying, remember at the end of it also, yes, sir, what you said, it is happened in the class, you need to say. Because saying one thing in demo, something happened last, no, it should not take place. That's why beginning what I said, remember in the last also you asked me. This is what I am saying it. Okay, now. So I will stop the class and in next session, we are going to discuss about what? Features of Python. Okay, last word. Do you know features? C language you studied or not? Studied or not? Option A studied, option B studied and forget. Option B studied and forget. 100%. A na B na? Raise C na? C. Don't know. Option B, raise the hands, please. Some survey, because I can understand how much level I have to go. Okay, studied and forget. Okay. Studied and remembered. Because you will understand he's a dangerous guy. You will ask questions also. You will understand. Because I don't know, when they come to the class, they will sit a little fear. I don't know why they will feel like that. So I am only the person which I speak very closely to the students. Right? Fine. So first of all, you will not get a doubt, because like that I will teach. Okay. Moreover, if you get a doubt, come to me, speak to me and clear your doubts. How you should come? Don't come by taking a mobile, taking a pic in the laptop and don't show the mobiles. Errors don't show me in the mobile. Bring your laptop. I will solve immediately. Which is best? Pic level solving is good. Direct live is solving is good. Direct live solving is good. You never get the errors. First of all, when I start my programming, you will experience it, which I don't want to boast about my class. You'll experience it. Okay. So without knowing C language, C++, nothing, I will make you to learn programming of Python. But 3 things you must always satisfy. Those 3 things are my fundamental rules. Without that 3 things, I am not there, you are not there. Okay, na? I'll stop my class. Tomorrow, between 4 to 4:10, my class will start. Thank you. Good day. All the best.